Hey, what's up, everybody? Nate Asher here. I got a question recently, and I'm sure you all can probably relate to this. How to deal with negative people. For example, sometimes at work or school, we might be forced to work on a project or some kind of task from our boss or something that requires us to be in contact or be around people that are just giving off this negative energy. And it's one of those, depending on how stable the person is in their vibration, there's some people that they can walk into a room and they're just smiling and feeling great, and all of a sudden everybody feels better. And there's other people that they can walk into a room and you can tell just immediately everyone feels like they're in a crappy mood. What causes that is just, like I said, how stable you are in your vibration. Say it's your birthday and you wake up and say, today is my day, and I'm going to be in a happy mood all day, and I don't care what happens. I don't care if anything bad happens. I don't care if someone tries to ruin my day for me. This is my day, and no one's going to ruin it for me, no matter what I'm making in my mind right now. If you come into contact with someone that is in a bad mood, but you are more fixated, you are harder to waver in your vibration, in your good vibration, than they are in their negative vibration, then you can actually raise them up to your vibration and make them in a better mood. If you start out in a good mood, but you don't make up your mind to be unaffected by anyone else, let's say like something good happens, but it's not necessarily like the best thing in the world, or it's not like life-changing or anything, and then you come into contact with someone that just believes that life is awful, and no matter if anything good happens, it's still, they don't find anything to be happy about, then they are more stable in their negative vibration, and no matter what good thing happened to you, they still have the power to bring you down. Now let's say, in the birthday scenario, you are stable in your positive vibration, and you come into contact with someone who believes that life is just completely all negative and all bad, and like they just live by Murphy's Law, and like a good day is a bad day waiting to happen, a bad day it's just going to get worse. That's how some people live. If someone who's stable in a positive vibration and someone who's stable in a negative vibration come into contact, neither one of them can bring the other one up or down to their vibration, and so they will naturally just repel. Like, it's not like they're gonna fight, they just can't stand to be around each other. The negative person makes the positive person just, like, why does the person want to be negative? I'm just getting out of here. The negative person looks at this happy person and just says, that makes me sick, who can be happy like that? I'm getting out of here, like, this person's nuts, they're not right. The basic point, is that we're going to come into contact with both sets of people, and obviously we want to be around people that are positive and uplifting, but the truth of the matter is that we are going to, have to come into contact with people that are negative. If it's our choice, we should surround ourselves with people that bring us up, but sometimes we don't have a choice in the matter. Whether it's at work, you're put into a group with someone, at school, sometimes you just have to deal with it. And if you aren't stable and secure and mature in your, journey with learning how to control the laws of the universe and make life work for you and stuff, then, especially if you're just starting out, it's easily to be affected by people's frequencies, and sometimes, like, it's easier to get brought down by negative people. That's why it's, like, really important to stay around positive people until you are strong enough to be able to resist these negative people. But we all have to learn how to deal with them eventually. So today I'm going to show you 5 steps that you can use to better, deal with being around these people and not allow them to bring you down and, make your life miserable like theirs is. In this person's question, they got stuck working with some woman that she was probably, late 20s. This person is, probably about 10 years younger than her. And, in the letter that I got, they said that, this woman basically thinks that she's, God's gift to everyone. She's the kind of person that, like, she will tell you flat out, and she told the person that gave me this letter flat out that they don't need help working on this thing that the writer of this letter was supposed to help her with. She said that she knew how to do everyone's job, and that everyone else was that everyone was retarded. Like, these are her exact words, okay? Like, she's one of those people that just is, she just goes into a situation and says, I'm better than everybody else and everyone else is stupid. I'm sure you all know someone like that. These people can get on our nerves really easy, so it's understandable why this person would find this woman hard to get along with. So naturally they're asking me, they say they had to put up with her, and when they were doing things the way that the manager told them they were supposed to be done, and the way that they'd been doing it, this woman comes in and says, you're doing that wrong, you're stupid, when really this person is just following orders, but this woman thinks that her way is, better and that everyone else is stupid. So if you're ever put into this situation or something similar, these are some ways that you can be able to handle that and at least, deal with the person until you don't, until you're finished with whatever it is, and you can go back to being around people that bring you up rather than people that make things difficult. So the first step is to try and be on the outside looking in. Don't get involved. Like, try and take a step back and look at things from the big picture. A lot of people just think, well, this person's just, they're just an asshole or something like that, but you don't know their story. They, there could be something, like a reason why they act this way. I'm sure that they didn't just come out of the womb destined to be hard to get along with. I'm sure that either they were around someone growing up that acted this way and pretty much, like, raised them to be this way, or maybe, like, they got picked on as a kid and they're, just never got along with people. And there's a lot of people that just, sometimes they're just hard to, they may have heard that they need to change their ways and they're just stubborn. But, there's always more to it than you can see. So just try and, don't get so involved in how you feel that you can't, take a step back and passively see it for what it is, Like, as part of being mindful is being able to experience things and let things happen without getting emotionally involved and just to observe. So, that's step one. Just try and, think. Sometimes people find that it's easier to sympathize with these people or to not get so emotionally invested when you tell yourself that it's, if you just don't take it personal. You say it probably doesn't have anything to do with me, it's probably just something that they have to deal with, and I'm just not gonna, take it to heart. Number two, like I said at the beginning of this video, just be more stable in your vibration. Just don't let people bring you down. Tell yourself that it's just a fact of life. There's going to be people like that, and there's going to be better people, but it doesn't make anyone better than anyone else. They just don't know what you know. They haven't found the secret to being in control of your life. As far as they think, life just is tossing and turning them, and they just feel out of control. So be secure enough with yourself and with who you are and with your positive outlook on life that, no matter how they act, it's not going to affect how you act. Just be you. Don't let them bring you down with them, okay? Number three, kind of like number one, being on the outside looking in, if you take a step back and you don't take it personally, it's easier to sympathize. Maybe they're going through something. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to take it personally. That being said, you want to have compassion on them, but don't make their issues your problem. Don't get involved. Don't try and solve their problems. You might, at the most, just be like, hey, are you alright? You seem kind of on edge today, is everything okay? And if they're probably going to either snap back at you like it's none of your business, or they might say, yeah, everyone's stupid, and of course, there's probably a deeper reason why they feel that way. So, but don't go any deeper than that. It's not your problem. If they want to talk to you, be there for them, but definitely don't make their issues your issues. Don't, especially if they don't want to talk about it. It's okay to, if you don't know them that well, maybe they're not usually like that. Maybe they just need someone to talk to or get something off their chest. If they're always like this, just steer clear. It's okay to extend a caring hand, but like I said, sympathize, but don't get involved. Especially like I don't, if you have ever read the Bible or in other religions, they say, if you have two friends that are in a quarrel, or I've seen this on a lot of TV shows. There's that situation where you're friends with both people and they both want you to be on their side, and if you pick a side, you're going to lose one of the friends. In situations like that, it's best to just say, hey, I care about both of you, but I don't want to get involved because I'm friends with both of you and I just don't want to get involved and mess anything up. I care about both of you too much to let that happen. So, people might get mad at you and stuff, but it's never a good idea to get involved. Just try and steer clear of that. People always will appreciate you more if you don't get involved in their problems than if you are always sticking your nose in their business. Okay, number 4, is realize that you can't please everyone. Okay? I've been in situations like this before too. In my job, a lot of the people that are my position or lower are sometimes a lot older than me, and whether they, a lot of them have worked in the same position or at least the same level for 10, 20, sometimes more years, and they just don't ever rise up in the ranks. And sometimes they don't want to, sometimes they're just comfortable with where they are. Sometimes people aren't cut out for more responsibility, or sometimes they just don't want to lead. Some people are just more comfortable following, and that's fine. Some of them are just, they feel like they deserve more recognition and more responsibility, but they don't have the initiative to go after it, and they just want it to be given to them. And they haven't figured out that in life, if you want something, you have to go after it. They could, by all means, be cut out for it and be prepared for it and have the skills and everything that they need to, perform that position well, but they just don't have the motivation or initiative to go up and, tell their superior, hey, I think that I'm the person for this job, and I think that you should give it to me. I'm interested and I'll try my best. Some people, they just want to be recognized without having to put themselves out there, and that's just not going to happen, So, again, my experience, I'm more motivated, I'm more, I don't want to waste time standing back and waiting for someone to come and give me my chance. I'm going to go out there and go for it, even before they realize if I can do it or not. I'm one of those people that I'm like, throw me in there, I'll prove it to you. I don't need to prove it and then wait around for someone to give me a job, because very seldom is that going to happen. They want someone who wants the job. So if you don't ask for it, then you're not going to get it. And so, there's been situations where I get along better with the managers and the people that are, the higher paid, more responsibility, the leaders of the job force. I get along better with them because we have the same mindset, and they know that I'm the kind of person that takes my job seriously and wants to get things done. But since I'm younger, sometimes the people that are beneath me don't treat me with respect or act like they are more deserving to be where I am than they are. And, I could take that to heart and, step down and give them my position, and try and make them a friend, just because I want everyone to be my friend. But you have to realize that you're not going to please everyone. And would you rather please people that are where you want to go, and people that you want to be around, and people that can help you improve your life and help you get to where you want to be? Or would you rather please the people that really don't care about you and really just are jealous of you? Do you want to please the negative people, like that girl we talked about earlier? Or would you rather please the boss who's in charge of giving you a better position or a better pay, or giving you a recommendation for a job that you've been wanting somewhere, like, you have to ask yourself who you want to get in good with, and if those conflict, then, one of those two people is going to be a good ally in the long run. So you just need to, I don't like making enemies, and I'm not going to do anything to make that enemy, but, if they're going to take something to heart when I'm just trying to improve myself and improve my career, that's the breaks, I guess. You just have to ask yourself, you just gotta be selfish sometimes. They'll get over it, but you're not gonna please everyone, so just pick your battles. And the fifth way to avoid negative people is surround yourself with uplifting people and just avoid the situation entirely. Like we said, sometimes it's unavoidable, in which case it's important to not give these people the power to affect your mood and affect how you feel about yourself and how you act. If you go into work happy, if you're one of those people that gets up, and it's important to get up out of bed and just like jump up out of bed and feel great, and sometimes that's hard, but if you fake it until you make it, just tell yourself that you are a morning person, tell yourself that you're successful, make yourself believe it. Don't be in a state of want. Don't say I want, say I have, because if you are always saying I want this, then that's always going to be the state you're in, and you're going to always be chasing after it. If you say I have, even if you don't really have it yet, it's out there and it's coming for you. If you say I want, then it's like chasing a carrot on a stick. No matter how much work you go after, it's going to keep getting farther and farther ahead of you. Say I have, and as you're walking towards it, it's walking towards you. So that's a big secret. Just be in a constant state of I am this. I am successful. I am positive. I am, happy. I love my job. I am a hard worker. I get recognized for my work. Good people come into my life. Good opportunities come into my life. Be one of those people. Even if you don't believe it yet, just keep affirming it to yourself until it just becomes part of your identity. You're not gonna change. Like Thomas Edison said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over. Or was that Benjamin Franklin? I don't know. So someone said, do the same thing over and over, expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So if you're constantly, in a state of, well, I wish that this could be me, but that's never going to happen, but I want it, then, you're just going to constantly be saying that. The universe, it's like people say, the universe only knows the word yes. If you say, I want this, the universe says, yes, you do want that. If you say, I have this, the universe says, yes, you do have this. And even if it's not there yet, it'll manifest a lot faster than if you keep saying you don't have it. So, but anytime someone can come into your space and bring you down, no one should have that kind of power over you. If someone has that kind of power over you, then you really need to, practice being more stable in who you are and what your vibration is. Just realize that they're on a different journey than you. and they don't have it figured out yet, but don't try and please the people that aren't going anywhere. It's like taking advice on how to be a millionaire from your drunk uncle that still lives with his parents, lives with your grandparents. Like, people always listen to those kind of people because they know them and they trust them, but does it make more sense to take advice on how to be a millionaire from a person who is a millionaire? You have, one day I realized that, I was just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But, if someone can bring you down just by being in your presence, then no one should have that kind of power over you. So, in summary, take a step back and see that there's probably more to the situation than what it looks like. Don't take it personally. Step 2 is be stable in your vibration. Don't allow other people to bring you down with them. Know who you are, know how you feel, and realize that they just don't have it figured out yet. You do. Don't let them drag you back. Keep going where you're going. You're on the right path. 3, sympathize with them. Feel compassion on them. You wish that they had it figured out. You wish that they didn't feel bad all the time, but don't make it your problem. 4, realize you can't please everyone, and realize, when you're in a position where you have to choose one or the other, please the person that deserves it, and please the person who is interested in what's good for you, and not the person who isn't only interested in what's good for them. And 5, surround yourself with positive, uplifting people. In which case, if you can't help it, there's situations where you're forced to be around people and there's no way around it. Just don't give them power to bring you down. But for the most part, try and avoid those people, and just try and be around people that make you want to be better. So, that's all, guys. If there is anything specific you want to know more about, you want me to do research about, leave me a comment. If you want me to do more videos on this, let me know. If you like the Let's Take a Walk segments where I just kind of do stuff off the top of my head, let me know that. I'll try and work more of those in. If you like whenever I do songs and stuff, I have a bunch of those that I've been meaning to do. Let me know and I'll work on recording those. Yeah, all in all, just I hope I helped you guys out. Like this video, so I know, if there's anything I need to work on. Subscribe if you subscribe, then you can find out when I do new videos, and you can make sure to, help me along my journey, and I'll help you along yours. Definitely leave me comments and knowing how things worked out for you, if this advice was good for you and stuff. Also, I did a video whenever I was on vacation in Myrtle Beach. I left a link to go to purchase Benjamin Burchard's The Charge on Amazon. I just want to say I am an Amazon affiliate, so I am on their payroll to advertise for them and stuff. However, me getting this book personally was entirely a personal choice, and you can get it if you want to, but if I do suggest that you check it out. It's all about having a more full life and just really feeling alive and not just going through the motions and stuff. It's really great. It gives you a lot of there's some notes and questions at the end of every chapter. I haven't personally worked out all of his challenges in my life, but I do have a reminder on my phone like he does, and I've started doing some of these things. It's helped a lot, and there's a lot of good stuff in there. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. That's going to take you to the Amazon, and you can get the hardcover, or you can get it on the Kindle version. But I highly suggest you check it out. Yeah, that's all, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good weekend. Bye.